There are three components, I would say, from just for the sake of this kind of interview, to make it brief. One, that what comes out as a proposal for expenditure through budgets and so on must be evaluated at the gate. Before an activity or a project enters the budget process, it must have been assessed to be viable, to be one that gives positive returns to the economy. And the one whose costs are as close to true costs as possible. Not too much padded. There's always some padding, I presume, but not excessively padded. For example, when we heard about the SGR, the numbers that were being thrown around indicated a padding of probably 50% or something like that. That's really high. That could have been, may not be right, but it means that the padding was excessive. Two, when you get parastatals that you used to pay to the Treasury, like Kenya Power and Lighting, a monopoly, a service provider, who charges for installation, who charges for every unit you use, are still in deep debt. And that's not debt for generation. That's not debt for transmission. That's debt just for distribution. Then something's obviously very wrong. And clearly what this bill is saying is that these costs need to be evaluated in terms of their costs and their benefits before they enter the budget stream. And once they enter the budget stream, the expenditure should follow closely what was intended so that they can get the outcomes you are seeking. If there is theft or wastage, obviously, then you cannot achieve those goals. That's the first part at the entry point. It is saying in the middle of it, once it has entered, if it exceeds, the revenues are not enough and the expenditure is higher, that particular loan must be closely evaluated relative to what it's going to finance. That's already in the law. Particularly for external borrowings, you must say where you're going to use the money for, and is normally in development expenditure, not recurrent. So it wants to tie the government, put the government's feet on the fire and say, do what you promised to do.